So we're experiencing some technical difficulties yet again, which is I'm not surprised anymore. Oh God. So I'm not really sure if I should move to the other streaming website, but whatever, we'll make use of this. Unfortunately, this should be a multi-stream, but you know, it is what it is. This is such an awkward start, so I have to apologize. I've been coughing like crazy. Hold on for a bit, everybody. I'm just gonna fix something. Okay, I am back. I I was gonna check out some certain things on setting. Unfortunately, I have to start OBS in its safe mode because I tried to do the multi-streaming thing. It's not working for some reason. So I might be doing a test stream later. And yeah. Hey, hello, welcome to the stream. We started the stream again strongly with another scam. I'm so sorry, everyone. I know this was supposed to be like I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, but for some reason my OBS was acting up and it wasn't really working. It was crashing for multiple times. I tried checking the crash logs and nothing seems to be an issue. I haven't find some issue about it just yet. But I'll try my best to fix it so we can both stream simultaneously. And yeah, anyways, how are you guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Promised before, I did plan to share some, what do you call this? What happened previously. I've been busy. I was literally missing for a bit. I know, but now that I'm back, I think I can stream more. So yeah, we'll just take you a little break for a bit, get a breather after spending few days with no sleep. So yeah, I'm pretty much glad that everyone is doing great. So I still don't have an overlay for YouTube, but this would do. I hope so. Oh yeah, before we start, I did want to talk about mostly in everything about ACA related. I'm not making this stream as a ranting video. No, 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 no. I'm not doing that. I just want to share my experiences so far so that everyone would, you know, pretty much have a good idea about what to expect and what's pretty much the difference. And yeah, I hope everyone wouldn't mind that as our ZATSU topic for today. I'm not gonna make this stream also way too long because I'm just starting out and I just want to see how YouTube is in terms of streaming. But so far, far, I have not experienced anything bad aside from the issue with the multi-streaming, but we'll figure it out in the later way. So, I'm here to share some bits and stuff that happened past few weeks. And also, there's a video about it coming up, so I hope you're excited for that. It's gonna be like what do you call this? You get to get a glimpse of what goes on. Um, Hi again for those who does not know me. I am Shy. I am an architecture student, and oh boy, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "You guys have the time to do something." Yeah, we're trying. Honestly, we are trying. I'm not really sure how architecture is in the other parts of the world, but in my place, it's very what do you call this? It's very time consuming. It's difficult and it's not for the faint of heart. I did said this on my previous stream on Twitch. It's not easy, and to me, to be able to stream and play games is some sort of like my outlet over, doing this and that. And pretty much, I know games are stressful, but if I have to tell you, I think studying a very difficult course is so much more tiring rather than grinding for a rank in a certain game. So that's just how I feel about certain things. Either way, um, for people who are pretty much confused, especially those who are in college like me, it's really um a will, you know, your willpower to do certain things. If you want to finish some things, then just do it. If you feel guilty about not doing it, I have friends who I have seen, they really hit themselves hard, especially if they're not able to do certain things, which is, oh boy, and then don't push yourself too hard. It's gonna make things more difficult, I swear. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys some things that happened. Well, not really happened, but pretty much what's going on in the last few weeks that I was missing. Oh, okay, it's pretty big, but this was what I was so busy for about previously. This was our I did mention this was our pre midterm plate. Yeah. Yeah. Me and my friend actually went home together yesterday. We we did finish our own sets. By the way, doing this plates were individual, and this was a big paper. I think the measurement of this paper was 57 centimeter by 72. So this is like a one whole sheet of big ass paper, and we manually draw it. I tell you what, my hand hurts. Like my hand like is isn't in good condition right now. It hurts so bad. But you know what? I think and you know what? I was pretty proud of this work because I honestly thought this was actually shit. Then I was looking back through my old plates. I was like, okay, you know what? I'll take this. I, I honestly, you know what? I feel like I'm improving, but at the same time, I just don't see it. Like, I know it's a personal thing, and I think most people who went to college sees their work and then they're like, there is no way this was my work. This is what I felt with this. Because in comparison to my old plates back when I was in first year, oh my God, I thought I was not gonna make it out. I'm already in. the sixth design. And this class, by the way, the design class, you need 10 of these in order to graduate from architecture school. This is in our area, okay? I don't know about people from other places, but we need 10 of these guys. If we fail one of these subjects, our 5 years will turn into six, seven, or almost even 11 freaking years. And I'm not gonna ditch this class. I'm gonna give my full effort to this class because I'm not gonna spend another year for this little thing. It's so difficult. I know I sound like I'm complaining, but I am complaining. It's so hard. You if you want to pursue architecture, please, you should not have a soft heart. I don't know why I'm here, to be honest, but I really do enjoy what I'm doing. By the way, I know it sounds like, well, you could have just chosen a different course. No, no, no. I'm happy here. It's just the effort of this thing took me like 3 whole days with no proper sleep. I still ate though because my mom will obliterate me if I'm not gonna eat properly. So yeah, this one was. We just submitted this yesterday. After we submitted, we went home and we're like, we're done for today. Me and my friends were like, we're done. But yeah, we also celebrated a little bit. Me and my friends pretty much ate together, talk about what makes life so difficult. But yeah, this is. I don't know if can you guys like see the photo or should I make it bigger? But yeah, this is just a sneak peek. You'll get to see more of the progress of this in a video I'll upload. So hope you guys would watch that because it's going to be like a sort of series I'll make. Um, because I kind of want to share my handful of experience so far, and yeah, get to talk more about certain things because I think I want to do that kind of content. So yeah, okay, we're gonna see another photo. I know this is not gonna be pretty much related, but whatever, you know. I want to show you guys because I made sort of a promise to you. I'm gonna show one of my cats. Okay, I know you're gonna be like, why are you taking a photo of your sleeping cat? I don't care. So this is one of the cats that I have. This is Lucas, our orange little biggie, chubby, and very noisy. He's talkative. He's a talkative cat, I tell you. He loves to cling on my mom a lot. And whenever I sleep, I sometimes sleep on on our living room just because, this country is humid as heck. And also, I just like sleeping on the floor. I don't know what's with me. I have a bed. Okay, mind you, I have a bed. It's just that it's more comfortable to sleep on the floor. I don't know what I am in the past life to sleep on the floor, but yeah, he sleeps with me usually. It's either he's on my back, is like near my stomach. He's just gonna sleep near me. So yeah. He loves the futon I use in the living room. He shares it with me. So yeah, this is my little buddy. On the future, I'll show more pictures of my cat because I would love to introduce them to you. He doesn't talk that much in the morning, but in the evening, he's kind of like whack. I don't know what's up with him. But yeah, he's one of my cats. For those who are new, I have 5 cats, by the way. This is one of them. This is Lucas. So the other 4 are Fuji, Michaela, Zoe, and Denny. Those are my other cats. I'll show them to you guys next time on another Zatsu. That is. So yeah. Should I show you more? Okay, I'll show you more. Um, hold on. I don't think I saved it. Oh, here you go. Yeah, but the way his name is spelled was with a C and an S. Because my mom was like, "You're not gonna name Lucas like Luca only." She wanted Lucas, so we were like, "Okay, Lucas it is." Courtesy of my mother. Okay, so yeah, this was the. Oh yeah, I think I did posted on this guy that I was eating congee and some stir fry. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the stir fry that I had during that week. There you go. It's really good. I wanna do another stir fry. I've been craving a lot, guys. Just me. I've been craving a lot of things. Like I'm absolutely hungry almost every other time. But you know what? Food is food. I eat good food. And yeah, I was busy with plates. I really cannot cook like 45 minutes. I could cook like 15-minute type of food, but this was like 45 minutes to make because the noodles we used were kind of like stretchy and very. It's smooth, by the way. It's not heavy. It's not a heavy noodle. It's pretty good. My mom made this too. After it got, after it was finished cooking, I actually asked her I wanted one. So yeah, she got it for me. So yeah, that's about the food that I ate. Pretty much though, most of the others I didn't have much happen previously. Um it's more like honestly I didn't even know how many days has passed. I was so busy. So yeah, that's about it. That's like the whole thing that I remembered taking a picture of. But yeah. So yeah, you guys have any question about, you know, anything like related to school stuff and whatnot? I'm just gonna try to hit this stream around like an hour, I guess, or 45 minutes. It's okay. I'm just trying. I'm just trying YouTube, to be honest. It's so sad. I could not multi-stream. You really are trying to. It was great if you have a job already and you're not be able to be on stream. I'm gonna be so sad because someone's gonna be like a little shit anymore. It's 4. Okay, it's 4. Please, I can do basic math, but all of the math that are like okay, speaking of math, I also did this homework. I forgot to show it. I just remembered just now. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it out. I swear to God, took me it took me a while to finish this thing because I was like reviewing this also because it was gonna show up in our exam. I did this too. And it was handwritten, by the way. And the funny thing is, during the exam, I my calculator doesn't have that shift solve thing that we actually need for the class. So I had to borrow my friend's calcu because my calculator didn't have one. And pretty much that calculator was okay for uh the bar exam, the thing you do for the license in the future after you graduate. So I had to ask my friend to borrow a calculator. But I did use a scientific calculator I installed on my phone. So yeah, I finished this homework. You think so? I thought my handwriting was shit. I honestly thought it was so ugly. But yeah, this is like 10 problem sets we got. the normal stress as well, and also the shearing stress. We need 10 problems each. We find our own problem and solve it. Crazy, right? I just really don't like math. Every time I know this is sound gonna like, yeah, I am pretty much ranting. Why am I even explaining things? I don't like math. Like I it gives me headaches. My friends my friends know I am so lazy in terms of solving, but at the end I always ended up solving because none of us is gonna work on it. But my friends are my seatmates, okay? We sit together. We sometimes our professor would give us like a problem we need to answer, and we would just stare at each other like, who should do it? Nobody's budging. I ended up budging because I kind of want to go home. We can't go home unless we finish a problem given to us. So, uh, but yeah, because I'm in architecture, we need this kind of math. I know in other countries they had this math on high school. We had this too. It's just that I didn't take it. I don't remember listening about it. So yeah, this was another young me thing. Speaking of math. Oh yeah, speaking of math, I I remember I know this is gonna sound like a story time too. I remember back on my high school year, like in my junior years, we need to take a national test, and I kid you not, I I received the result after this. I don't remember, it was a 2 day, 3 day exams, and the setup for this national exam was alphabetical. So each student from the ninth grade were assigned different rooms based on their the last letter of their, and not the last letter, the first letter of their last name. So for me, I was like in uh somewhere from, at the fourth one. So I was able to be in the room. I was in the second floor. I remember being in the second floor of our building, and all of the ninth graders from different sections were there. So I was part of the higher section of our school. You could say it's like the first section, by the way. It's not really like something important, but basically in our school, usually from first to second sections, they intend to compete us because quote and unquote the smart ass, but to be honest, we're just a bunch of tired, gifted kids, and then now we're on college, we're just hanging on a thread. I'm so I honestly, yeah. Anyways, let's just continue. Um, this national test was given to us. We have 8 hours. So we have to take our lunch with us. We have to take our water with us. So everything is with us, and we're not really allowed to go out, as I remembered, as instructed. We're only allowed to go out to use the bathroom and pretty much pee. But we had a strict uh proctor for that. He would make sure that we didn't bring anything, in our pockets in our uniforms. So he would double check it, especially for the guys, because guys have like multiple pockets. They have pockets in their uniforms and also in their slacks. And for the girls, some skirts does not have a pocket, and some girls have. So that's to double check it. Also, our handkerchief, nothing is insert and whatnot. So yeah, it's pretty strict because yet again, it's a national test, right? So doing this for 2 or 3 days, I believe, we got a result from our guidance counselor. And I remember from our guidance counselor, she was one of our ethics teacher. And oh, it wasn't really like ethics, but it's like a branch of ethics in terms of, behavior and shit like that. So she pretty much knew me and some of my classmates. So I remember me and my classmates went in there together in the guidance office, and she handed out our results. She intended to give my paper last because she was looking at me. I know she's gonna say something to me. She didn't say anything to my friends, and my friends were like, "Where's my result?" They were asking for my result too to be handed to me, and our guidance counselor is like, Are you expecting any scores?" I'm like, "No." I think she was asking it because she knew I was pretty much some sort of like an achiever, but I don't really call myself that because I'm just doing what I can back in the day. It's not even like um I know I'm not flexing it even, some sort of thing. So she was like, "Oh, okay, so here's your result though. So do you wanna go check it alone or you wanna go check it with your friends?" Because their friends were like waiting in the guidance office outside, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go check it with my friends." So we went out. We were in the hallway. They were pretty noisy too, and while we were checking, I was like, there were specific subjects. I was just gonna narrate what I remember. It was science, math, uh, logical, some sort of things, like something like that. Something, yeah, those things. And then I thought everything was on 99 plus percentile, but when I was in math, I was like in the 88. I was like, what in the world is this? I was really serious. It was a back to back one page result of the whole test. And I was like, I was happy seeing through it, but when I saw the math, I knew I was dumb. Like, I literally have 99 plus percentile for everything. And then suddenly I have 88 on my freaking, mind you, I did not even know what was the math really. I remember the questions on that national test was like there were fractions involved and those shapes and whatnot. No. And I knew that I could do it, but maybe because okay, I'm just gonna full on admit it. I just don't like math, and math makes me so dumb. But yeah, that's like one of the funny stories that I have. There's a test. It was a national test too. I remember giving it to my mom. It was like, you know how Asian moms are, right? So everything was going wrong. So pretty much what happened was she saw the test and she was like, the test result, and she was like, you know what this is, right? And I'm like, yeah, yeah. I mean, well, what about it? I'm like, everything looks nice, but what happened to your math? I'm like, oh God. I just told her, I don't like math, mom. She was like, you could have just bumped it up a bit. No, you can have it to 90. And I'm like, okay, girl. My mom also doesn't like math. She just thinks that I'm good at it because I can answer a few questions. But yeah, that's about it. And either way, she was not mad, but pretty much Asian moms are just gonna, you know, they're gonna put out something like, everything looks good, but there's something stinging in my eye. I was like, oh man, yeah, I do understand why our moms are like that. They like, I know for those who are like in Asian households, like most moms are like, they want their children to have degrees because they think that's the only thing that they could give them. And then, it's so different with Western countries because they're like, oh, you didn't do well on the test? You could do it better next time. For Asian moms are just gonna be like, that's your fault. You didn't even try to study and, you know, you didn't even do better. Like the worst thing could happen is just gonna literally kick you out of the house because you didn't do well in a freaking quiz. Oh, oh, your advisor? Oh, okay, I get it. Oh, yo, I'm so glad that. I'm so glad in junior high school they do not call our parents anymore in terms of grades. But I remember back in elementary school, um, I was sent to an IS. By the way, like I remember they have to call our parents every end of the school year. Was it end of the school year? Oh no, no, not end of the school year, but every quarter because they wanted to report the children about the performance of the children. It's like Japanese daycare, right? They got notes about the students and whatnot. So yeah, that was something that I experienced back on elementary school. I also experienced that back in daycare, but you get the gist. I remember being in the teacher parent teacher conference. They have us on sixth grade because sixth grade is like graduating from elementary, right? So our teacher told us ahead of time to prepare a PowerPoint presentation about what we had learned. Was it about what we had learned, what we experienced in school? So we did that presentation before they kick us out and talk about us. To be honest, I remember feeling like they're gonna talk bad about, us students to our parents. Well, you know, they asked us to make a presentation. They make us leave right after, which is okay. We're not gonna hear anything from our teachers. We're gonna hear directly from our parents. So yeah, my I do remember my mom not having much to say. I was like, so oh yeah, what did my teacher say about me? She was like, oh, nothing much. But also after the incident, there was like a school incident involving me and other parties. It's like I got blamed for something I didn't do. So they said I kind of changed after that. They said I wasn't really talking to anybody and whatnot. I mean, I'm not really going to talk to them, especially after blaming me for something I did not do. So, yeah, that was like the only thing I remember from my mom. And she said, oh, yeah, you got to, I don't know, it was like a school scholarship thing, but I wasn't really going to go to that school anymore because I don't want to be classmates with those people. After that, that awful incident that I experienced, no, I moved to a different junior high school. So yeah, it was a good decision though. I really love my junior high school. I love my teachers. My teachers are still there teaching, and I hope one day I could get to visit them. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Someone just actually just asked if my mom was around, so I had to go out and open the door. Sorry about that. Oh yeah. Anyways, that's all the whole thing. Okay. Um, I don't have much more to share, but maybe I got some tricks in terms of balancing school and for those who have other hobbies like gaming and whatnot. No, I like how your mother just goes ultimate. Okay, yeah, I know. Did it snap? I hope it didn't really snap. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch the stream again. But yeah, okay. Before we end, I'll probably talk about yeah, the tips and tricks how to manage both school and other hobbies that you have. For me though, I I don't have strict workflow, but I tend to list out. I have a certain like note, right? You can use sticky notes or like those to-do lists. You can put it up. Like I use those things to write out what is my priority. I know some people are gonna say like digital notes are good, right? So, but it does not work for me because I tend to like to see what I'm working on. So I usually have like a list on my desk. Like I stop it up on there and see like, oh, we have a quiz today, like this and like that. Sometimes we also have, oh, what do you call this? Like, uh, I have to do that in like one specific subject, or sometimes I mix all of them together. So particularly sometimes I would have this activities from the most important one to the very least important one. So that's usually how I do things. And being able to focus on these things and just checking it out the box feels pretty good to me. And sometimes those tasks have like a specific subtask, right? I tend to apply this only on my design subject. So I tend to do a lot of things for a certain plate. So I'm gonna first write the deadline. I write the deadline a day before the deadline. So for example, I have like a deadline on the 20th. I will put it on the 19th. Or if 20 is Monday, then I will put it on the Friday one. Just, you know, I wanted to have time for myself. I don't want myself to be focused on just being on books and just papers and whatnot. And I hate that shit. So yeah, I put on the subtask and just do what I can for today. Sometimes if I can achieve doing those assignments like 15 or 20 minutes, then I'm good. For example, we have to write a paper. Oh, someone is on the door again. Hold on. I swear to God, there's so many people these days. What is going on? Anyways, where am I again? Oh yeah, I now remember. Speaking of I'm gonna do it from the start again because I actually forgot where I last ended. So for my design subjects, I tend to put them before, a day or 2 days before the deadline. It really depends on what day I have to submit them. So I tend to work on them or in a timely manner. I'm starting to change some things up because some didn't work out in my current plate. So I think what I'm gonna do to change it is that I would only dedicate certain amount of hours for a certain amount of tasks. For For example, we need to do a research for our plates. I might give myself a few hours with it. Like, I think 3 hours is okay in terms of, looking for filler projects. Right now, we're going to do a commercial mall. Um, I need to find related, for example, from Art Daily, those stuff like that, related studies. So, like, which aspects of that current building am I gonna apply to mine? Sort of like that. So I'm just gonna do it more in time because the last one I did not work pretty much. Like, I tried doing it for a certain day. Like, I'm giving myself a day to do research, but since being able to do bigger drawings is now really, really time consuming, I underestimate that this whole pre-midterm plate, so I'm kind of changing things up. Next one is, speaking of time management, I know a lot of people kind of like over exaggerate that you can finish it because there's time management. No, no, no. I hate to break it down to you or to some other people who believe that time management works. It does not really work almost like the same for everybody. I myself, I didn't believe that time management worked because it did work on me for couple of years from my senior year into my freshman years in college. It was okay. But now that most of our subjects are like our majors and we're not, it's not really something that we should be failing in. I I literally lost my mind because I was like, I thought time management would work for this, but it does not. Sometimes things there are things that are out of your control, and I think people should remember that, especially on terms of academic. Um, I've seen some people who are like, "Oh, I didn't make it in time, so I don't like it anymore." So they're kind of disregarding their time management. And for me, the thing for me is that I only do things that I know I can do in a day because I have a very low stamina. I struggle to do things, especially things that requires me to go outside. I was like, I'm battling deadline, my body, and everything in the world. And it's so frustrating. And I just realized that adults' time is so different from a pre-adult and teenagers. And it's funny to see teenagers these days telling college students that I think if it would work, that's fine. No, sweetheart, it doesn't work like that. I have some friends who are like, they can't even make it to classes because they're doing part-time jobs, and part-time jobs requires your presence from the time you specified. You have to clock in and clock out at certain times, right? So I think, yeah, time management and it's kind of overrated for me. I think the best solution is to do the easier things first, because at the end of the day, if you didn't do it and you struggle to finish the difficult tasks, the task is just gonna pile up. It's better to clear out the easier tasks right away first. I think that's like the best thing to do, especially if you're like running on for your exams. There's like requirements to do. I think do the easier task first. Well, that worked for me. It may not work for everybody though, but I think it's a I think it's a good thing for those who are like in college. Another one, in terms of studying, I do not have a process in terms of studying. Don't get me wrong, I still study, guys, but having notes is good. I enjoy making notes, but the downside is that sometimes your brain is wired that you're done with something, you're done with something. And to me that's a problem because those are supposed to be the things you study and read. But to me, I uh I know I'm done. And when I'm done, I do not look back, which is up to this day. it's an honest talk. I'm still struggling. So pretty much, uh, don't ask me anything about studying, but one thing is for sure though, it's more enjoyable to study with friends and colleagues. Like it, this only applies to subjects with like too many terminologies. Okay, I'm not saying uh, for everything else. It might work for those subjects who have like lots of terminologies. For example, um, some of our exams have like I am watching, not watching, like we had some illustrations, right? And we have to match it or identify it. It's not even like a multiple choice even. You just have to remember it. I think having someone to quiz you is better than quizzing yourself. It may work for other people, but for me, no. I can't study on my own. It's like it's Julie is just it bothers me, no? I'm okay with this. And then when the exams or the quizzes start, I just regret it because I should have studied. I should have studied, but I can't. I really can't force myself to study unless it's quite interesting for me and whatnot. So yeah. Other thing, I did try this back in the day. I was on I was a transferee, right? I don't have much friends, and this subject requires me to memorize some terms, and it was awful. I really busted my ass to study this, and yeah, it's up to this day. Not gonna lie, I could still remember a few, but I didn't have friends with me, so I was just like writing it over and over again on a piece of paper. It helped, but for some reason, my brain is wired to hate it. Up to this day, I think I'm just old. Speaking of which, it's difficult to find friends in university and college because you don't know how people are. Unlike on senior year and junior high school, like people are just you can be friends with anybody. I think, but I don't make friends though. Like people adopt me. Okay, like the current circle, they adopted me. I cannot make friends for the love of God. Like I cannot approach someone and say, "Oh, hi, you're new here." I don't have the balls. I cannot do it. I literally, I literally want to sit down in the corner and cry if I do that. Like I do not have the strength to do that. But I'm glad that my current friends are very chill. We talk a lot. Like we have a lot in common. We share our struggle, and we even help each other finish our plates yesterday. It's funny. It's literally funny. It took me a while to find this set of friends of mine currently on college, but it, I had a blast. I think uh, they're one of the people like make me want to go to school because we get to talk about a lot of things. So yeah, being I feel like a cat to be honest. I feel like a cat in the corner, and they pretty much adopted me. So yeah, actually we became friends because they are from the same uni that I moved out from, and they transferred to my current uni. So I was like, I found friends. Well, they found me. So I know there's so much struggle in terms of education and whatnot, but I hope people would remember that education is already predetermined to be hard. There's no such easy way out unless you're Albert Einstein and someone who has like a 165 IQ. And most of us in school are those mediocre ones who are like barely surviving, and that's okay. Um, sure you can compare yourself, but do not make it a reason to give up. Sometimes I feel insecure with what I draw, because I'm not really a good artist, unlike the other. I struggle a lot with it, but I see other people's work. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm nothing in this world. But then I remember, you know what? I'm here for a reason. There are some people who are good at drawing. They're already struggling with it, and they're actually not anymore in our department. I remember seeing one of those, students who are actually pretty good in drawing, and I was asking him. We were in the faculty office. I was like, "Y- "Are you still studying here?" And he was like, "Oh no, I shifted." I'm like, "Shifted what?" Shifted another to another course. What I mean by that, he transferred to another course. So I was like, "Well, well, you're pretty good though. What happened?" He said he was struggling at certain subjects. I was like, "Oh well, yeah. There's always a reason why." And to be honest, I think people should um never criticize people who love to shift courses because not everyone who went in there is gonna get out of there, you know? So yeah, be kind to those who are in college, guys. Some people are like really struggling and I've seen them firsthand. It's kind of sad to see some familiar people go, but maybe the line of work isn't cut out for them. Even you have a very trashy penmanship, you have like a trashy drawing. It's okay. If you're passing, then it may be for you. Just don't give up. I know it's like something that I would tell myself, but I hope it would also resonate with others who are like struggling right now. There's no criticism. There's no something to say bad about that. We are all looking for something that we want to do in life, and it's okay. It takes time, but I'm sure we will find ourselves in the respective places that we are supposed to be in. So you guys don't have to worry much about that. Ah, yeah. So I hope you guys would really, really do well and find the thing that you're looking for. I know I'm just like an outsider to your life, but now that you're watching at me, I feel like I have to say something because I have also friends right now who are not. I feel like they're finding something, and I've been listening to them a lot, and I can sometimes um hear them say that I don't know where I'm supposed to go, or I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I'll do well. It's normal to question ourselves and ask our dearest friends if about certain things like that. But at the end of the day, it's us who's gonna find our way there. It's not easy. I know it's not easy, and you don't have to worry about that to be honest, because we will get there eventually. I've been saying this a lot, but we'll get there eventually. So yeah, just chilling, just chilling. Everything is going to be okay. So yeah, this is just like my kind reminder. I don't want to be one of those streamers who doesn't have nice to say to their viewers. I always want to make sure that everybody who watches me and hear me what I say could resonate with me and pretty much connect their experiences, because not everyone could find that type of support IRL, and some people find their support online. Times are different now, so I kind of want to make sure I'm one of those people who's using the internet responsibly rather than a piece of shit. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. I don't have anything more to say about my acad journey, but for now, I'm passing through. We're in our second period. So yeah, the motivational stuff streamer. Oh my god. Yeah, I need to drink my water, man. maybe that's what I am for. Maybe I would become a TED Talk process. Oh my god. I remember watching so much TED Talk just because I want to be good at public speaking, but I know that I am not. I was in junior year that time, guys. Okay, I was really young. I think I was like 13 or 14. Like, I really want to be good because I always think people who can talk are like smart. And then I realized, oh yeah, we can be smart in different ways. It's just that we see things in different lights sometimes and perspectives. So yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of TED Talks, I remember also watching a lot of um if you want some quick refreshers, I think watching things similar to TED Talk can help you jog out some memory. Like I sometimes watch this kind of things once in a while just because I kind of miss the feeling of the nostalgia I felt because these videos were like very big before. It's like the Troom Troom videos of our time before. Do you know what I mean? It's just Troom Troom is just useless today. They're just a bunch of DIYs. Like, who would make this? What's the time to make this kind of DIYs? No. Oh yeah. Also, for those doing like research related things, make sure to align it with your country's like official references that they kind of like accept as like this is legit and stuff like that. But always remember, if you want to do research, make sure it's legitimate. Um, make sure the study is conducted on, I believe it was like 5 or 10 years. Again, that depends on what country you're living in. Just remember, if you're doing research, do not use AI. It's okay to use things like grammar checkers. You can revise it with that. I've seen some issues about people who used Grammarly and said that their work were detected as like AI. Uh, just be careful with that. I know I cannot explain why is that, but to be honest, grammar checker helps a lot, especially if you're working on academic papers. But I think because tech, it's a technology thing, right? And most people are gonna be like, well, it, I think it works like AI now, but yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on what university you're going in. It depends on what your college you're in. Just be sure and be careful. Also, fact check everything. Do not go to suspicious websites. You don't have to pay subscription plans for certain um legit papers. So yeah, that's just like my reminder because a lot of people are like struggling with terms of like making good research paper and they could not find any good references. So yeah, I think the best place to search for is Google Scholar. Go, what did I say? Google Scholar and like the Academic Gate. Was it? They have legitimate studies there. It sounds like a nerd. Am I a nerd? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a geek. I enjoy topics like this, but not math. Maybe I think maybe streaming can help me identify myself, like, or get to know myself better. Because honestly, I really can't tell. Speaking of not being able to tell, I have a funny interaction with my friend. Uh, she is of a different gender. I believe she's a lesbian. She said, I asked her about, do you guys have like gay radar or some sort? Because I'm really interested in that. Because it was like in a what do you call it? It was mentioned in one of our classes. It was gender and society class that we had, and I really did not understand the concept of the gay radar. And I asked her, I'm like, do you know what gay radar is? And she started laughing her ass. She was like, I know you straight ass would ask that. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I'm asking properly, okay? And she told me that the gay reader thing was it's sort of like vibe and just straight on like, yep, I can tell. She explained it in that way, and I'm like, I still don't get it. She was like, no, like when we first met, she said she knew I was straight. I'm like, how? I'm a girl though. I was so confused. Okay, guys, I know I'm asking those kind of questions because I grew up in a freaking Catholic household. Okay, I grew up also in a freaking Christian school back in the day, so I really do not understand this kind of concept at all. So I ended up asking her for real. I was just glad that she didn't find that like, oh yeah, there's some people of different gender find, people like offended if they ask the things like that. Cause like, you could do your research. Some people would say that. I'm like, oh, that's why we're asking. But yeah, I'm glad she kindly explained it to me. She was like, sometimes it's just like, she said it's similar to what we call vibe check. She said, and it was like, it really depends on like how you approach person to person. She said it wasn't really like something, very evident. Sometimes it can be because of the appearance. The demeanor was like the very first thing she thought to me. She said to me that was like already something that's giving out. So I was like, well, now I get it. So it's basically just the aura and demeanor thing for the gay radar. I was like learning so much. I've been learning so much on college, guys. Like honestly, there is some things that I didn't really know. I just knew it because of the internet, Reddit, and some of my friends. Like that's like the only thing. I don't know how much of a shut in I am. Like, am I a shut in? I think I'm a shut in. So yeah, that's basically about it. Yeah, actions and behaviors. You're right, Skaru. I was so genuinely confused. Like, I don't see it as a bad thing though. People can do you, do your own thing. People should just accept and realize that there are certain things that you know have to work it out. um we tend to adapt, and that's kind of the good side of being a person because you could adapt easily. But there these are things that are sort of difficult to others because they're not used to the idea. So really depends on what kind of person you are really interacting with. And you really can't also, I have something to say. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, people should just be kinder, yada yada yada. But to me, you really cannot practice that because there are some people who grew up in such environment that they don't really know how to, appreciate people's kindness. And it's also good to protect yourself, guys. Like, don't let other people take advantage of your kindness and understanding because not all people have the open mindset of, you know, being a person to a person. That's just another like like, to safeguard yourself. Because at the end of the day, we always prioritize ourselves and it's okay. Well, I don't have anything more to say. Oh yeah, speaking of which, materials also has been super expensive. It's crazy. Why is that? But there's so many places. Speaking of moving out, I'm gonna say where I am from now because I think YouTube already, they place. I could not replace the region anymore. I don't know if you've seen it in my YouTube page, but I am from Philippines, and oh boy, I'm not gonna dwell on the political and religious side of this way because it's making my head hurts. Like it's so difficult. It's rare for you to find people who are Sure, our the country is known to be the most hospitable place, but that's on the foreigners. Okay, that's on the foreigners. It doesn't really apply to the people of the country itself. Because this country is like a, a crab mentality thing. It's difficult for them to accept that people they knew are, starting to get recognized and whatnot. Yada yada yada. It's kind of a surreal thing. I don't know if this is because of being colonized by multiple countries for how much long. I don't know. I don't know much how that history is pretty much affected. I don't study that field, but I would love to read more and hear more about that. So yeah, check out the new 3.0 H star update. I would. I would do that tomorrow. I would play Hawkeye Star Rail tomorrow because I only plan doing a Satsu just to, take a break. Maybe later I would play some Valorant, I guess, but that would be on Twitch. I'll just stream on Twitch. Maybe for YouTube if I could fix the crashing issue with OBS, I will, really reconsider to play games and multi-stream. Oh yeah. That's what I've been looking. Okay, yes, yesterday I was still in class. We were doing some digital work for a certain project, and we were like, "There's a game that I want to try, but I don't remember the name. Maybe because I was tired." Speaking of tired, my friend took a picture of me sleeping. I look so beat up. I'm not gonna show you the picture because it's so, it's so unpleasant. But yeah, it was like I was really sleepy last night, guys. I was so tired. My last class ended up like 8 p.m. and I got home like 8:45 because I had to wait for a ride home. And I literally just slept. I did remember posting on Blue Sky that I was gonna post the schedule for the stream, but I'm like, when I wake up, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. So yeah, I know. I don't understand. Yeah, I wake up to school to go there 7:30 and going home at 8 p.m. It's so tiring, guys. I cannot even like I always remember getting pissed off because I was like, what kind of schedule is this? Nobody wants this. And I'm like, you know what? Just a few more and I'm done. Just a few more years. I'll be over. But again, this is the life of being a student. You can't really complain as much. You can complain more if you want to, but sometimes though it's so I think it really depends on where you are as well. If it's okay. I mean if it I mean what I mean by it's okay, it's like it works for you, both physically and mentally. For me, the system here it does not work for me. As I mentioned a while ago, I have very low stamina, everybody. I get tired easy. That's why if you notice me streaming, the highest time I could stream by is like 4 hours. And that's really long for me. And generally speaking, maybe me streaming right now even is like helping me out build that stamina because if you're in school, you tend to talk with your professors a lot, right? You tend to talk about certain things like, oh, I should do this and should whatnot. I want to do this and like in terms of design, you kind of like you kind of want to like talk right with your teachers because you kind of want to defend your idea in that project. So It's really tiring. And I'm glad streaming is helping me try to build my stamina for talking way too long. I don't know why. See, you guys even can tell. I do. I do. I would sound so sleepy after a few hours, and I do not know why. It's frustrating, but yeah, it, we are really all built different. But I guess in the future, if I tend to stream more and do more content, I guess it would change, and I will take that change slowly as possible because I don't want my body to like give up on me all of a sudden just because I want to do certain things. So yeah, I enjoying taking my time on doing projects that I love, hobbies that I love, because I'm an adult now. Like being an adult made me feel like I do not have much time in the world to be like, you know, just being shut and doing this, doing that. Like things that does not give you happiness. And I wanna do things that makes me happy. Like like something I would enjoy. Okay. It's not more like of, just because I'm happy I'm doing it. No, I just wanted to. I guess I am. Like, most of my friends are like, oh, yeah, see you, which my friends will tell me, like, I do have sometimes a very silly and clumsy side. There was one time I tripped, it was yesterday. Oh my God. I think I was so tired. I forgot to screw. Okay, we had our drawing tubes, right? These are the tubes where you put in your drawing papers into so you can just carry them on school. I forgot to screw my tube. So when I was actually running the stairs, I nearly tripped. I nearly cussed out loud. I'm glad that there's only a few people saw that. I'm like, oh my God, I am tired. So yeah, I literally just ran to my next class after that. I was like, you know what? I don't care. I could have hit my head, but you know what? I was safe. It was the most serious shit I did. I forgot. I actually forgot. Uh, I will never forget yesterday. Yesterday was so crazy long and tiring. And yeah, we did have some, what do you call that drink again? We had bought a drink together with my friends. They're like coconut. It tastes good. I don't like coconut with like the coconut strips because it doesn't taste nice. I don't even know what's that called on. There's something that is called with that. Yeah, actually, those green coconuts, right? They're pretty refreshing. We're like, we should get one, and then it started to sort of drizzle. The rain was like, it didn't rain that hard. It was just like light rain. Oh my God, I need that stretch. Holy, I don't know if the mic picked up, but I did a stretch and like my shoulder snapped. Oh no, it didn't snap, it cracked. Why am I saying like I broke my arm or something? It just cracked. I don't know why, but hearing your bones crack is so weird. It's well, on my own, when I hear my own bones crack, it's okay. But when I hear others' bone crack, it scares me. Like, are your bones okay? Are you guys okay? Are you not hurt? It's just like I don't want to take responsibility on you guys. Oh yeah, I know we're talking about academic and stuff, but speaking of which, I do not like school clinics. I feel like they're the most maybe just now in college, I think they're like the miserable places. It's just that the school clinic and my current school clinic is really not, they're not really an, they're not a place where you could feel like, oh, they're very open and they're okay, right? They don't feel comfy at all. I would rather go in a doctor's clinic than in my school clinic. You know? I mean, I don't know, maybe because it's like the people who works there, I guess. I don't know. I can't tell. I only went there like twice because I was asking a medicine for a friend, and when I didn't make it to a class because I was kind of feeling under the weather. They were like, "Oh, if you were feeling like that, you should have been here." I'm like, "Well, I can't walk. It's too far. It's too far from my current building." And they were like, "Sorry, you can't provide a medical cert for you because you guys you weren't diagnosed here." That's what they mean. I'm like, "Okay." So I did went out and grab a med cert from a private doctor in hospital. So yeah, that's about it. I don't know for other schools though if their school clinic is okay, but for my current college, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure they're doing their job only, but it's a school clinic though. It's a place where it's supposed to ask those kind of papers like easily. That's why our teachers were like, "Oh, if you're sick, don't grab a med cert from your school clinic because they're not gonna give you that." So I was like, "Well, damn." See, look at me. I'm even yawning now. I'm like, oh God, it's been an hour and almost 30. This is a record for me, guys. This is a record for me. Holy. Speaking of like streaming, um, I alright, I don't know how to make friends scared. That's the bad part. I would really wish I could, but I do not know how. Honestly, I do not really know how. Like, I'm basically trying to make some friends. I know. I like my friends were telling me like you should try and practice. I'm like, practice? I thought it was something that I thought it was like a skill. I didn't know it was learnable. I know it's like I'm treating it like a game, but my friends were like, "Girl, it's because you don't go out." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I can't. I cannot." Like, even on okay, speaking of making friends online, I cannot even for the love of God, try to message people without like double checking what I'm saying. For example, I'm like approaching a colleague of mine and like I want to ask something the class that I missed. I'm gonna be like, it's either hi or good morning, and then I'm gonna like, excuse me, do you have the time? I kind of want to ask you something. It's making the conversation long, and then I'm looking at it. I'm like, this is way too long. How do I make this like quite friendly in some sort? So I try to cut it down and say, oh, hey, hi, I am one of your classmates. I kind of want to ask, did you guys do something yesterday? I was out. It takes me a while to figure out what message to send. I always get so flustered, which is oh god. It takes me some time to be comfortable, like messaging friends or even talking to them in real life. And they knew that, and they're like, "Well, don't worry, you're improving anyways." I'm like, "Okay, great." And the most I also speaking of advices in terms of that. I remember one of my advisors in college. She's one of the cool ass teacher, right? Those teachers who are like, you know, like she's really cool to look at too. She's an engineer too. And she was like, I asked her, I was like, sure, how do you like, you know, I try to make it sound like businessy. I asked, how do you connect with people? I was so curious about what she's gonna say because I feel like she has like a strat or something. And then she was like, you just approach them. I, I, I didn't really know how to respond. I was like, uh, like approach? Uh, I want to knock myself out because I was like, that's like the most basic answer, but that was the most right answer as well. I don't even know. But yeah, maybe I really do hope as time passes by, I could make some friends. But it's gonna take time because I'm too shy to approach. I'm too shy to approach, and I just feel like I always think what they're gonna think about me. Oh, is it? I'll try. I'll try to see if I can find VTubers in there that I could interact with if they posted something. I'll try to hunt. I'll try to hunt. That's not so bad. Oh my god. If they're gonna see this in the future, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just don't know how to make friends, okay? Bear with me. But yeah, this was a pretty good Zatsu. I enjoyed this Zatsu a lot. Talking about things related to school and after school. I might do this once in a while. I think it's fun. I just wish I could do it both on YouTube and Twitch. I might do some also for those who are like subscribed to me and following me both on Twitch and YouTube. Um, if you see me randomly streaming, it's a test stream, guys. I'll label it as a test stream, okay? So yeah, don't panic. I'll try to do some fixing later. I really hope I could fix it. I'm kind of scared using a different streaming software because uh the CPU usage though. I'm not sure if my device would be able to handle it because I'm streaming on laptop, okay? So I really don't know. I feel good with OBS, but for some reason it was like not working a while ago. So maybe tonight there would be a test stream. You could join if you want. I hope it works. I'm thinking of doing a test stream with League. I want to learn League. I know some people are gonna be like, You should not. You should not go down that rabbit hole." But I want to. League seems fun, and I thought I could find some good friends in League. So yeah, I have my in real life friends played Dota. I'm trying to play Dota too, but I cannot understand a thing of it. I'm like, what is going on? I can see skills in here. You got a fudge hooking somebody. You got a crystal maiden with ice walls rolling down the lane. I'm like, oh my god. I know. I do watch like Dota tournaments just because I kind of want to learn. But when I try to play, I'm like, what? There's also Dragon Knight turning into a freaking dragon. And I'm like, well, what is this game? I know learning Dota this time is gonna be difficult, but I don't know, man. I really don't know. I just don't understand. Also, with League, I'm struggling to understand how it works still, but I'll try. It seems a fun game. Not when you're losing. I know. Oh boy. I think I should end the That's here because it's been already like an hour and almost an hour and it's already hour 30 by the way. I'm starting to feel eepy. I think this is the peak I can go for the moment. Hopefully next time we could talk more, especially when, the community is already trying to grow. I don't know if it's a good idea if I should put you know, um, we could bump the Discord server. I think I should do that. I might ask for the others' opinion too on Discord if that's a good idea. I kind of just don't want random people joining the Discord though, because, I kind of want Discord server to be safe. So yeah, I'm just gonna look through it. But anyways, thank you so much guys for hanging out with me. I had so much fun. This Satsu was really, really an achievement for me. Talking for an hour and 30 is such a big accomplishment to me. This is amazing. I'm so proud of myself. I never knew I could talk this long and this much. I kind of now appreciate most of the VTubers that I'm watching, the effort it takes to manage talking for more than an hour. I'm like, damn. People should never really underestimate, any kind of content. So yeah, I'm so happy. I know. I'm really glad that you can take it. Thank you so much. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys have a blast. Don't worry, for those who missed, you can join next time. You can check out my socials on the description below. You can join us on Twitch. You can join us here. You can also, I'll put up the Discord server link as well if you want to join. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm very tired. I think I'm gonna go grab something to eat. You should too. But anyways, I really enjoyed today's Satsu, guys. I hope I can share as much more next time. So yeah, goodbye everybody. Take care and catch you guys on the next stream. Goodbye. Thank you so much for hanging out. Goodbye. Bum, 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 bum. Goodbye everybody and take care. See you in the next stream.